Hi, my friends. This is Lada from astrolada.com here with your weekly horoscope for the week from the 19th of June till the 25th of June, when the season of Cancer is starting. And after this last week that passed with the Saturn opposition Sun, Mercury square Neptune, was a little bit more difficult week. Maybe some of us felt it a bit heavy. I know I had a lot of people on Facebook write that, there was some kind of opposition happening in their life, some kind of pressure, deadlines. Some people lost their phones, some people, communication devices misfired, or, there was some problems with them because of the Neptune square Mercury. And for me, it was like my emails get totally confused, and they were not coming to me. There was some problems with communication, with information, because there was some stressful aspects. But thankfully, this week we only are having positive aspects this new week. And by the way, people ask me, what is the difference between personal transits? Transits when a planet is transiting your own horoscope, planets in your own horoscope, the picture of the moment you are born, when current planets are transiting, and what is the difference when they are transits just happening in the sky without affecting your horoscope. And in those weekly horoscopes, we talk about those transits that are currently happening in the sky. Transiting planet aspecting transiting planets. What is the difference? Let me explain to you. Well, transiting planet aspecting transiting planet shows the global consciousness of humanity. What is happening? They also will point out events that are happening in the world. They will be reflected in the news very often, but because we're part of the collective conscious, we as human beings also tap into those energies and feel them. And they might not affect us so strongly. It might just influence our mood a little bit. It might not even lead to some specific events unless it triggers our personal horoscope. But most people will also feel those transits that are happening also currently in the sky. But what you feel the most is your own personal transits, who no one else in the world, or very few people, will have the same transits as you, because they're based on how those moving planets are affecting your personal horoscope. And everyone has a very different horoscope. Not two people in the world have the same horoscope. Sometimes they're very similar, but never the same. They repeat once every 26,000 years, or even less, that the planets will be all in the same way. So every person is totally unique with totally unique horoscope. And transits are what you really feel personally, and only you feel it. Transit to your personal horoscope. And like I'm saying, this week there are only good transits happening, aspects in the planets, but they're the ones for the general humanity. And it means that you might be going, though, at the same time through a difficult personal transit. Say Mars might be squaring your Sun, and you might be frustrated and angry, and you're like, this prediction is bullshit. It was a very stressful week for me, but on the collective, and I cannot do personal horoscope for everyone, for 7 billion people in 20 minutes, but I wanted to show you what the difference is, so you feel more strongly on personal transits. And by the way, in a few months, I am coming up with an application and software that is going to show you your personal horoscope for free, your personal transits for free. So you don't have to listen just to general astrology. You'll be able to go in and read exactly what is going to happen to you. But let me get back to what I was explaining, that yes, the most important is your personal transit, transiting planets to your personal horoscope. But many people, and most people, will be influenced by the current transits as well, that are happening currently, even without affecting their horoscope, because we're part of one organism called humanity, and it affects us, our moods, they're weaker in influence, but they're still there. Just like, as I said last week, this week was the Sun Saturn opposition, and many people felt, even without anything happening in their life, they said, oh, I'm feeling a bit down, less energy, because the Sun rules collectively our energy level, our vitality, and Saturn opposing it, made us feel more serious, a bit more, this natural joy of expression felt a little bit more suppressed, So you do feel still the current happening transits as well. So when I say there are only good transits this week, it doesn't, most people, what I mean to say that generally things will be easier, but you might have special transits that are happening to you that can make it out of sorts a bit, or even much better than how the current space situation is. But let's start. This week is the new moon in Cancer, and I'm going to tell you what each 12 signs will feel during this new moon in Cancer. But it's very important because this week we have so many planets in Cancer. The Sun enters Cancer, Mercury enters Cancer, Mars is already in Cancer, the sign Cancer, and the moon will join the Sun on around the 23rd, 24th, 25th. So we'll have 4, 1, 2, 3, Sun, Mercury, Mars, and the Moon in Cancer for a big part of this week. And Cancer is a very cardinal energy, guys. It's about Cancer is about starting new things. And often, always after a new moon, when the Sun and the Moon join together, people feel motivated to start new things. People feel motivated, they get new ideas and they start acting on them, especially when it's happening in a cardinal sign of new beginnings, because cardinal signs is when the seasons are changing. That's why they're called cardinal, and Cancer is when the summer comes or the winter for the southern hemisphere. So we feel this cardinality for action. But this cardinality is triggered, these actions are emotion based. They're triggered by our feelings. It doesn't mean it's bad, actually. We have to have some of the biggest motivation for action is when we personally feel our feelings hurt or our feelings excited, because Cancer is the sign of feelings, is the sign of what personally affects you on a deep emotional, psychological level. So the deep motivation for us this week will come from our feelings. Someone can excite us, someone can press our buttons, someone can, and this will put us into action to do something, to do something new. It's not going to be some competitiveness or something like that. If it was happening in Aries, it's in Cancer. It's triggered by circumstances in your personal life. It's triggered by personal subjective feelings. It's triggered by the actions that we'll take. Is going to be triggered maybe for considerations for your family as well. And when we have a new moon in Cancer, the whole next 2-3 weeks after that, it's great if you want to start anything connected to Cancer, anything that is ruled by Cancer. What does it mean? And by the way, wait until 2 days after the new moon, and the new moon is in the 24th or the 23rd, depends where in the world you are. But just wait 2 days after that till the 25th, 26th, and then start new beginnings. You want the moon to become visible, the first what is that called? Crescent of the moon to become visible, for you to take those new actions. But the new ideas start coming while it's the new moon, on the 24th, the 25th. And they'll continue for the next 2 weeks. And the new opportunities and actions that the new moon opens. But you have to be just a bit more patient till the moon shows, because we want those actions that you start to also be visible in the material world. And what is it going to be good? Starting after, this new moon from the 24th, 23rd, 24th of June for the next 2-3 weeks, if you're starting anything connected to ruled by Cancer, you have the green light and go for it. So if you want to do renovation in your home, Cancer rules family, home, property. If you want to start a garden or vegetable patch, start it now after this new moon. If you want to do some moving around the furniture, DIY at home, do it now, after this new moon. If you want to look for a new property, buy or sell new property, this new moon in Cancer will help you do it now. If you want to relocate, start looking at that. If you want to do some new project with your family, if you want to engage your family in something new, exciting, in activities with your family, do it now. After the new moon. So basically anything connected to Cancer, if you want to do something new regarding parenting, or if it's a business that is connected to property, hospitality, hotels, even restaurants, because Cancer rules those first needs of necessity, like place to sleep, live, home, property, what gives us emotional security, our family. So if you have any business that caters to, it might be even catering business, that caters to family, to property, to commodities of any sort that the food first need, like food, it's great time to start your project or to grow it in some way, starting after the new moon in Cancer. And if you want your family to accept certain new things, certain changes as well, announce them to them or try to implement them with your family after the new moon in Cancer. And Cancer also rules beverages, water. If you're trying to open a watering hole or a coffee shop for beverages or something like that, or if you're with commodities that are water ruled, or if you want to do some shipping, export through water, you know, over water, which is Cancer, any projects connected with liquid beverages, water, go for it now, guys. Or if you want to start a blog talking about your family or vlogging about your family, do it after the new moon in Cancer if you want to be more successful. And by the way, having so many planets in Cancer and the new moon in Cancer on the 23rd, 24th. And by the way, if you happen to have your birthday on the 23rd, 24th, or 25th of June, happy birthday to you. You're going to be having new moon on your birthday, which is so rare. It doesn't, maybe happens twice in one's lifetime to have a new moon exactly on your birthday. And my best friend has birthday on the 25th of June. Happy birthday to her, Rumi, if she's watching. I love her with all my heart. And she's going to have a new moon on her birthday. And this means powerful new beginnings in one's life for the whole next year. So that the universe is giving you a big gift, guys, if you're born on those 3 days, approximately, because it's the new moon day. It means the next 12 months, big turnaround changes for positive in your life. Like I started my business when there was a new moon on my birthday. Some people get married, some people discover, you know, move to different part of the world, but it's something that radically changes your life. But anyway, let's speak about everyone. How will this new moon in Cancer affect you? New moons are about new beginnings, you know. And for every person, depending on their ascendant sign or depending on their sun sign, if you're looking through the sun sign, you can look through the moon sign as well. Women especially should always look through their moon sign because women are ruled by the moon. But nowadays, women also feel strongly their sun sign because women are emancipated, especially in the Western world. So the sun sign is your life in the outside, your life, your career life, you know, your outer life in a sense. While the moon is your inner life and the ascendant is your tangible, physical, real life, what's happening. So check out this new moon, what is triggering for new beginnings from the ascendant, sun, and moon signs to have the fuller picture. So who and how are they gonna benefit? And this new moon will affect you for the next 2 weeks. So those predictions indicate that there will be new beginnings in your life, new opportunities, new doors opening of some sort, new insights, new kind of inspiration that come not only on the new moon, for the next 2 weeks after that. It's a gate opening that opens and allows things to flow to you for the next 2 weeks till the full moon. So if you are Aries, this is happening in your 4th house. So there will be new beginnings, something to do with family, with home, with property, new beginnings, something to do with vehicles. I might be, being Aries, might be looking for a car finally to get my first car, you know, to renovate something, to change something in your home, in your environment, to start some project with your family. If you are Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, it's happening in your 3rd house. So there will be a great increase and inflow of new information. There might be people connecting with you more, new contacts that you're creating with people, new associations that are coming to you. There might be the opportunity for some short travel, 3rd house. There might be opportunity to learn some new skill over the that you get inspired about, or the opportunity to lead some important conversations that open new ideas to you, because 3rd house is our communication. Or the opportunity, 3rd house also rules commercial business activities, administrative commercial business activities, to have new such activities. Then if you are to start new project, something like that. If you are Gemini, it's happening in your 2nd house, this new moon. So over the next 2 weeks, there will be new opportunities that come to you in regards to changing something with your resources, with your financial stability, with possessions, with assets. Some of you might decide that they want to cleanse and clean and start new with their wardrobe, or to throw out possessions they have so they can acquire new ones over the next 2 weeks. Or some of you might get some money ideas, or some of you might get some ideas of how to maybe to move money from one bank to another that can save you some, you know, some resources, or you might get a new money making idea of some sort. Okay, or just gain something new over the next 2 weeks, or just gain some idea that will take 6 months to grow, to give results financially, because you see the results of those new ideas that come now usually when there is a full moon in Cancer, which is 6 months from now. So Gemini, if you get those ideas, you might feel their full fulfillment 6 months from now. Okay, then if you are Cancer, well, it's a new beginning for your whole life. For Cancers, around the time of the new moon and the next 2 weeks, you'll be getting a lot of exciting ideas of what is coming to you for the next 12 months almost. So write it down, because it's happening in your sign. There might be opportunities in all different directions of your life, opportunities to change something, opportunities to get excited, just like when is your birthday, or when there is the full moon, new moon in your ascendant sign. Always there's some mini new beginnings in your life. So be open to those opportunities and start them after the 25th of June, when the moon starts becoming visible. So that's, for Cancers, is the most powerful new beginnings, and insights from above. Because what is it? Sun joining moon. It's about father, mother joining together to create new life. So the universe sends us ideas or opportunities that we're wise to pay attention to, because they will very likely be as a background for your whole year ahead. Then if you are a Leo, the new moon is happening in your 12th house, which is about new beginnings, but 12th house is about endings. So something almost like the dawning of a realization of what you need to remove from your life for the next 1 month. When there is a new moon in Leo, that will be the solar eclipse in Leo. But it's gonna be, it's almost like you starting from this full moon Leos, whether it's your moon or ascendant or sun, you're gonna be start to feel there's certain things you have to remove from your life, starting from this new moon, and you're gonna become more and more aware of them, and this new moon will help you let go of them more easy, will help you find the motivation to release those things more easy. And not only that, but maybe some projects that you need to complete, this new moon can bring new developments which will help you complete some project. And it will also make you look at your expenses. But on a positive note, Leos, this full new moon in Cancer, and so many planets in Cancer for the whole week indicates, and 2 weeks ahead indicates, that it might be more time to take it easy and relax. It might be more time, rather than trying to make things happen and rule the world like you want to do, Leos, and rule your own kingdom, to instead relax a little bit. The 12th house, which is being activated with so many planets in Cancer, is telling you, take it easy, enjoy or go somewhere on a faraway country holiday, or just separate yourself from the worries and anxiety of daily life by trying to achieve material. And it might be harder to have material, tangible results, because 12th house is about dissolving the material and is being very strongly activated by you, and it can bring more spendings for you as well. And a good thing to do is go and help someone, or do something charitable. It doesn't mean go and give money to charity necessarily. Go help a friend do something, relocate, help a friend fix something in their home or whatever, or share their feelings and emotions with you. Do something charitable that's not for you. This is how you utilize the 12th house, and you channel it in positive ways, the 12th house energy, rather than it expressing in your life by or feeling demotivated and more tired, or some losses. Okay, then if you are Virgo, it's happening in your 11th house, the new moon and all those planets in Cancer. So for a couple of weeks, strong activation of your social life, activities with friends, maybe going to lectures, maybe going to places where there are big groups of people in some way, becoming more sociable, communicative, also becoming more focused on your goals, and having an opportunity in some way to realize, or to have a new idea that will help you realize your long-term goals and long-term dreams, which is the 11th house. And it's the house of rewards and gains. So some new opportunity can come to you, an idea or development which helps you, leads you closer to some kind of gain in your life, or some kind of reward or some kind of acknowledgement. All right, if you're Libra, it's happening in your 10th house. It will be a renewal of your career, of your social status. There might be some important developments over the next 2 weeks, which directly impact your career, which direct maybe starting a new project in your career, maybe a new boss coming, maybe a new structure happening in your career, maybe important conversations that impact your whole social status, which sometimes can indicate marriage as well, because social status is part of marriage and 10th house rules those things. Some new beginnings indicated, and you might be very busy and at work. They might be like in your career, if you have your own business, you might be popping up with ideas how to change the structure, how to make it more productive, for example. Or some authority figures, some very important developments with institutions or authority figures. Or in regards to your career, if you want to apply for a new career, guys, and you're Libra, you know, after the new moon in Cancer, go for it. It will be happening, and it's so strongly activated this month, Cancer, so strongly. Okay, so if you are Scorpio, this new moon is happening in your 9th house. Some big realizations in regards to your future. The 9th house is taking a peek at the future. What you really want to do with your life in long term. Also, 9th house is seeing the bigger picture. Guys, you're gonna have some intuitive realizations, some intuitive aha moments for the next 2 weeks that make you see the forest from the trees, like from a bird's view, and makes you feel like, okay, this makes sense, or make you have like some understanding about maybe something traumatic might have happened in the past and you didn't realize why, and now this new moon unlocks a gate for you with all those planets in the 9th house to see it from a higher perspective and to kind of make it to realize why it might have happened, and this releases you, this gives you freedom, this gives you a wisdom. Also, you might receive very important advice from someone. 9th house is counsel, advice from wise people, maybe from your higher self, in this way of inspiration, or from someone else, some authority figure or whatever, who comes to you and gives you advice. So maybe you can watch some inspirational movie, read a book over the next 2 weeks that really put things into perspective for you. Also, there will be important developments and new opportunities connected to foreign travel, to business connected to foreign exchange or trade, to business connected to teaching, advising, promoting, to businesses, new opportunities to businesses connected, if you're Scorpio, connected to publishing as well, connected to higher education. You might receive something now, or some new opportunities, or some new ideas of that you might want to pre-qualify in the future, and you can start with the first steps for that, which this is the 9th house. Okay, then if you are Sagittarius, it's happening in your 8th house. So they can be new beginnings which help you have and receive over the next few months even new ideas for mutual resources, so investments in other people's resources. Or maybe there might be news that your partner, business or personal marriage partner, will be getting a new salary or something like that, which will change your mutual resources and finances. So you might, if you're in business yourself, you might have new money-making ideas that are dependent on you collaborating with others, or dependent on you getting investments from others, or working with their talents or their skills or their resources, their finances. You know, people that, if you're Sagittarius, you're in banking, in talents counting, which is all working with other people's resources, is insurance, in taxes. If you're in business, that is psychological work. If it's, you know, psychology, helping people through traumatic experiences, this is also the 8th house in your Sagittarius. This is new beginnings for you, starting in regards to that career. And also it can unlock certain secrets. 8th house is very secretive house. Certain secrets and certain even self-destructive behaviors which you are not aware of, and the new moon brings this awareness for you to help you unlock them. But it will make you definitely more passionate and more intense for the next 2 weeks. And it will definitely bring you to deal with matters of mutual resources. There might be some power struggles as well, because 8th house is about power, control, who overpowers who. So these things can come into your life, Sagittarius. Then if you're Capricorn, it's happening in your 7th house. New beginnings in regards to business partnerships, in regards to new clients, in regards to your audience, in regards to relationships. There might be something new that's happening in the life of your marriage partner, or there might be a new relationship on the horizon over the next 2 weeks when there's so many planets activating your seventh house, or new developments with your partner that are happening, or new developments with your clients or people that you work on a one-to-one basis for, or you might get new ideas how to attract new clients, if you're Capricorn. And do new deals and new contracts. The seventh house is contract, deals, agreements. Okay, if you are Aquarius, it's happening in your sixth house. And as I said, for a few weeks, there are many planets in your sixth house. So new beginnings, new work project. I'm Aquarius ascendant, and my head already started popping with new work projects, but I'm waiting to start them until the 25th, 26th of June, after the new moon there. And you might be taking on more burdens, you might be taking more duties and responsibilities, and your daily environment might become more busy, especially with responsibilities, with duties, with new such ones, maybe also taking new responsibilities with family because it's in Cancer, and around the house. And also it's about maybe taking new directions with your health, and maybe taking some steps after the new moon to feel motivated to change something about your health. Maybe start workout routine, maybe just a little bit tweak your diet a little bit, because I've been having an appalling diet. So hopefully after this new moon, this will give me some motivation to take things into my hands. Then if you are Pisces, it's happening in your fifth house. There might be new beginnings in the life of your children, in the life of your lovers, romantic relationships. There might be new developments that bring new things to light in regards to your romantic life, or new creative projects that happen. You might feel creatively more inspired to create something new, that requires your intelligence and input, your personal ones, not something that you're copying, something unique that you're doing. And also there can be a renewal and a lot of action into having fun, renewal of motivation to enjoy yourself, to perform. If you're a performer, if you're in any way somehow in the public eye, this can bring new projects like that, new opportunities to shine in some way. Okay, so this is it for the new moon, guys. And I wanted to quickly pass through the transits that are happening this week, and they're mostly positive. On the 20th, we have two good, very gentle transits. Mercury sextile Uranus, Venus sextile Neptune, and nothing groundbreaking, nothing life-changing, but it's gonna be gentle, pleasant energy, the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, and it's gonna manifest. Venus sextile Neptune will be felt mostly by Taurus, because they're ruled by Venus, by Libra, by Pisces, because they're ruled by by Neptune, and Neptune is in Pisces. And they'll feel it the most, but generally everyone can tap into that. It's good for creative or beauty activities, this energy, for pleasant socializing, to do some social activities. The universe will help you with any endeavors with art, music, enjoyments, romantic dates. It's a good time for that as well. And there is a good chance that if you go on a romantic date this week, it will be something that is lasting, because Venus is in a Taurus stable sign. And especially the best day is the 20th of June, maybe a day before or after. It's a good day for sharing feelings and you feel understood, unless you have a personal bad aspect transit, It's a good day for relationships with women. And Mercury sextile Uranus, people who feel it is mostly Mercury, people ruled by Mercury, which are Gemini, Virgos, and by Uranus, Aquarius, and by people that Aries as well, because Uranus is there. And it's good for mental tasks, for anything connected to internet, to technology. It's good for also supportive conversation, exciting conversation. It's exciting social contacts. Yeah, and you can have sudden flashes of insight and intuition, aha moments. It's gentle influence, but it's good. And then the 21st is very busy day, because the sun is conjunct Mercury, and that's for the whole world will feel this, not only Gemini or Cancers, because it's happening at the start of Cancer, the end of Gemini, but most people will feel it. It's an important conjunction, very communicative, mental alertness. The mind becomes very bright, quick thinking, the flow of information increases. So there'll be lots of people calling, lots of information flow, lots of communications happening, and you can gain clarity regarding your direction as well. It's great for business deals. It's great for negotiations. It's important day that something connected to media, to writing, to speaking will take important development. It's good for all kinds of communication contacts, agreements, meetings, learning of sort, administrative work, arranging deals, and short distance travel. These things increase, they become busier. And it's a good time to make an impression and communicate with superiors. The sun rules people in higher authority, to make an impression on them, to communicate with them. So that's very communicative day. If you want to do some business activities, 20th, 21st, 22nd, perfect. And then the 24th of June, Venus trine Pluto. It's active for a day. People will feel it is Taurus, Capricorns, a lot, Libras, because they're ruled by Venus. Also Virgos, because it's the earth signs. And you experience, and everyone, it's a good day for more intense, passionate relationships. The experience, you can feel stronger attraction to something. There's increased passion. And there is the ability to easily transform emotions in an easy way. And it's good for any kind of financial transactions with banks, or any kind of financial transactions is good, basically. And it can be good to change your appearance in some way, because Pluto is transformation, Venus is appearance. It's a good aspect. And on the 25th on Sunday is my All About Cancer webinar, guys. You better be there. It's the Cancer season. We're in Cancer webinar. It's my most successful course. People are raving about it. I'm kind of humbled by it, and I don't know. I guess because we're organizing it every time when the planets are arranged in those signs, and we're really tapping into that energy. So All About Cancer is $29 till the 25th, and after that becomes $39. So come in quickly if you want to learn everything, what it is to have Cancer in the 6th house, Cancer in the 10th house, what it is to have Moon in Cancer, Venus in Cancer, what it is, why do Cancers, often people with Cancer ascendant tend to get married a bit later, or with older partners. We'll answer all those questions, So thank you so much, and I will see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.